It's Week 13 of the 2024 season, and up next is Demario Davis, who's now up to 60 tackles after last week's game. It's the Saints and the Rams, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there. We don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But, yeah, that healthy team is
Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. Leading them out in year 11. He's played 15 or more games every season in the league. A real Iron Man, Derek Carr.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Carr starting with a throw. Finds his fullback. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 32. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's brought down for a loss. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running it after the penalty. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jared Verse on the tackle. The Rams showing a nickel look. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, Carr. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the reigning MVP, the 2nd of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. The first carry now for Kyren Williams. Still working past the 40. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That one complete to Higbee. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, a carry by Williams. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is all-out effort to make the catch, putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception and some more targets in the immediate future.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. Looking to throw, Jackson. It's complete to Higbee. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And that's good for a gain of 5. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams have a great first drive and get the game's first points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Carr. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Carr here from the gun. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams will take possession. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
2nd and 3 now. They send him left out of the slot. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Now Jackson on third down. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down throw for Jackson. Cup on the catch. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out third down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet. That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
They send a tight end in motion. They go play action with Carr. This finds Moreau. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Carr throwing on third. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
First down, ball at the 36. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Carr off the play fake. Able to get it to Moreau. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Good for another Saints. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Kamara running out of the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Rams' 42-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still third down.
Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Here's Carr. He finds Johnson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
These fourth down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Rams and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Now here's Lamar. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
Completed over the middle. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
His pass caught by Nacua. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
In a good spot here, second and inches. Play action now with Jackson. Complete, it's Atwell. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. All right, set now, first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Lamar back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of a game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, but because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is cupped. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Straight ahead with Williams. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. Getting out to his left. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Rams pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, Carr. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
Carr here from the gun. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They give to Kamara, left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Saints who have 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He's got it! And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a 1-score game before halftime. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Ronnie Rivers now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First down, here's Lamar. He gets this one to Nakua. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
This is hauled in by Atwell. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Blitz coming, Lamar. It's complete to Higbee. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And again, it's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10. Jackson's going to throw again. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Lamar throwing again. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. One last play before the break.
At their own 30-yard line.
He's back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Rams out in front. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Huard.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd half starts with a run by Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He'll get this to come. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 3 now. Lamar off the play fake. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. And the Saints go in nickel, 3rd down. Running for the marker with Williams. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Saints and Derek Carr about ready to get back to work. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Pistol snap to Carr. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Pressure coming for Carr. Gets this to Johnson. He's across midfield into Rams territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stop made by Braden Fisk. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, Carr. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Rivers. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Rams headed out to the field now. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. That one complete to Higbee. He's got to gain a 6 there. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. Markers reset, ball at the 37. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throw wheeled in by Higbee. This is ahead for about 5. Willie Gay there on the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
The Saints come marching onto the field. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference.
Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. Carr now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Kamara. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
He completes it in traffic. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Kamara's got it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Carr here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Working out of the gun. It's Carr. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. They just get the play on. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw, Carr. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Rams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he hits a little space up to the 9-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. And they don't get the snap away in time. This is going to move them half the distance.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Lamar back to throw. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Saints will get set to take over. The New Orleans offense set to go now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. The tight end going in motion right. Carr throwing on third. Short pass brought in. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. First down. Here's Lamar. That's incomplete left side.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Throwing again is Lamar. This is hauled in by Atwell. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
They did it! He made the interception! Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints have some new life in the 4th.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Carr with it on first. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Carr. He's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the shotgun, Carr. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Saints now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They're coming off that interception, and it was a costly one, Brock, as they're in a tied game now. On first down, Jackson. That one complete to Higbee. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Los Angeles.
Motion man sent left. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Cup on the catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Lamar off the play fake. He'll get this to Cup. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 3 now. Running right, it's Williams. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Williams punches it in for the LA touchdown. The Rams have taken the lead late. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running behind center with Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here he is to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now it's 3rd and short. Here he is to throw. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. He'll look to throw it. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Wilson's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. That's complete to Wilson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Back to throw. He finds Johnson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They've got to keep moving quick here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Defended by Cody Durant.
Back to the air. Carr. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
One final shot here. The throw is caught. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from New Orleans.